What's good, guys? So in today's video, we're gonna talk about something that I've always wanted to make a video on. First of all, sorry about that, but my name is Mario. In this channel, we talk a lot about filmmaking and whatnot, and I decided why not make a what's in my camera bag, because this weekend I actually have a shoot to go to and I have everything well equipped inside. So yeah, let's just dive in. First of all, before we talk about what's inside, let's talk about the bag itself, which is a Think Tank backpack. This thing is a workhorse. It is a bag that I definitely recommend. It's not cheap by any means. I think I spent maybe like $350, 400 bucks. This bag is about 2 years old. Anything that I talk about in this video, I will go ahead and put their links in the description below so you guys can check out all the things that I talk about. What I love about it is, first of all, it has wheels. I mean, don't we all love this? This is like the best thing. And the handles itself, it has handles, guys. Like, I mean, I see so many photographers and filmers take these backpacks and the next thing you know, they have like a hunch in their back because it's so heavy. But with this, you're able to just wheel it around. And if you do want to put it on your bag, because let's just say you're gonna go upstairs and whatnot, in the back here, it has zippers, so you can go ahead and just put it on your back. I mean, it's that simple. But anyways, let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. All right, so we're gonna start off with the cameras, just because I believe everything else kind of revolves around these two cameras that I carry on here. So the first one is the Panasonic S1H. If you guys have followed this channel, you guys know I've made a lot of videos on this camera. If you guys are in the market and you guys are looking for the right camera, I would definitely recommend you guys to go with the S1H. It is an overall workhorse. It shoots everything the way you want it. The file size are not huge. It does not take a toll on your computer. The quality that comes out of this is insane. The colors, in terms of video production, the S1H, you can't go wrong. This S1H is just overall something I recommend. And of course, I'm buying a second one. So that's how you know I love this camera. And the adapter that I have on here is the Sigma MC21 adapter. And I use that to mount all my Canon EF glasses, or my Sigma glasses. The next thing we're gonna talk about is this next camera that I have on here, which I have it strapped because I don't want this moving around. It's expensive. And that is the Panasonic EVO 1 or EVA1. If you guys also been following this YouTube channel, you guys know I've made plenty of videos on the EVO 1. This camera, I mean, it's my first cinema camera. I love it. I've stuck with it and I'm gonna stick with it just because of what it offers. The colors are 100% accurate. Dynamic range, I feel like this is a lot better, but by a little bit. If you guys are in the market looking for a cinema camera that, you know, I guess your budget is up to like 8,000, I would definitely say this camera is the way to go. It's only 6,500, and with the little accessories and whatnot, it might come out to 8,000. So yeah, I mean, look into the EVO 1. It's a camera that people don't talk about. I feel it's because the C200 came out around the same time and that took over because it's Canon, and you know, everyone knows Canon. Panasonic's not really out there like that, but yeah, it's a good cinema camera. I highly recommend. The next thing that I have here is these accessory right here, which is the handle. I use this handle for the EVO 1, quick release. You know, I can just tighten it up and be on the go and just lift it up. And this hole also has a small rig base plate, which I use to mount the NATO handrails, the V-mount plate. I mean, everything comes from this basically. So I kind of keep them right here just cause, I guess. The next thing we're gonna get into now is the lenses, which we have here is the Sigma 50-100. Now this lens right here, it is the most underrated lens in life that I feel, because it's 50-100, so you get a nice focal range. The bokeh, you get 1.8, so it's great in low light. The separation, everything that you get out of this lens, it works with my EVO 1 because it is a Super 35. S1H, it works when I go 4K 60 because it crops in. But let's just say I want to shoot 24 frames per second with the S1H or 120 frames. I would just crop it into Super 35 and use it. I really don't care. I don't know why people make a big deal out of like, oh, it's full frame, that you're basically destroying the purpose of the camera. For me, I see no difference. The quality is just great. This camera just delivers everything. I will do whatever it takes just to use this 50-100. And same thing for this one, which is the Sigma 18-35. Same thing, 1.8 aperture as a 50-100, so it's great in low light. At 35, you get somewhat okay bokeh, and then the 18 mil, you don't really get too much because it's super wide. So that's what I use. Those are the two lenses. I actually have one more, sorry. So I put this lens here just because I'm using it right now over there, but it's the Sigma 35 is what I'm holding, but the one that always stays in my camera bag is the one I'm using right now, which is a Sigma 24mm 1.4. I just put this here just so you guys can see what it holds overall for like the bag. But the Sigma 24mm is just clutch. I spoke about it in one of the last videos. I think I put like my three favorite lenses for these two cameras. Check it out if you guys haven't. Now the next thing that I'm gonna go ahead and pull out is V-mount. So this one, obviously, it's to mount on the Evo 1. And I use this to not power up the Evo 1, but I use it to power up this thing right here, which is the next thing we're gonna talk about. It's the Atomos Shogun. So I use the V-mount to power this Atomos Shogun because this thing drains batteries. I try not to use the Sony MPF batteries. So this goes on to my Evo 1. I could shoot ProRes RAW 5.7K if I wanted to external. I never do. 4K is more than enough for me. But if I want the option, it's there. And of course, the reason why I don't like to shoot with the Sony batteries is because I like to use those Sony batteries for the small little Ninja Inferno. This is more than enough. I definitely don't need a V-mount for this. This normally tends to last for the shoots that I normally shoot, which is up to like 8 hours at most. And the batteries that I use is these right here, which is a power pack. I'm not sure. Of course, everything's gonna be linked in the description below so you guys know. But this battery pack, what I love about it, it has a little DC port and a USB, so you can always charge other things. And this one tends to last a long time when I put it on the Ninja Inferno. I only have 2 of these in my bag, and of course I will have them fully charged to make sure it lasts me all day. So yeah, these are the 2 monitors that I carry on here. Oh, and by the way, the Atomos Ninja, I use that for the S1H, and the 7-inch, I use it for the Evo 1. That's just because eventually when the ProRes RAW comes out, I will have the option to record it on the Atomos Ninja. So that's why I got that, and it's more accurate with the LUT that I have in there. It's more accurate for me to see exposure and all that. So yeah, that's why I bought that little monitor to use with the S1H. Now the next thing that I have in this main pocket, again, this fits everything. I guess let's start off with this right here. It is the Evo 1 monitor. So sometimes you can't do everything with the Atomos, like switch frame rates or the base ISO and all that. I need this, so this always stays in here, and it only comes out for something quick like that. The things that were on there is these task cams. So I always carry these just because you never know when you might need them, which are these DR10L. I love these little things. I'm not the best with audio. I'm using one right now, by the way. It's mic on me, and what I love about these right here is it has an audio backup. So let's just say one was to peak, you can always use the other one. Man, this is long. We still got a long way to go. So feel free to go grab yourself some hot Cheetos, whatever chips you guys eat, some drinks, some water. I kind of need it because it's hot, but I'm just trying to knock this out. It's kind of long, but the next thing we have is this next pocket. It's a prism, and I always carry this. You never know when you might need it. You know, for music videos, when you work with a lot of lighting, the effects that you tend to get out of this is just amazing. So this always stays. Of course, the blower is for the sensor. What else is in here? To clean, you know, the lenses and whatnot. So 2 cloths I have in here. So there's like miscellaneous kind of things in this little pocket. I have this little funny thing right here, which I call like the makeup, but it goes for your lens. You know, you clean it up. So you just kind of like brush it off. The next things that came out of that little pocket are these anti-Cine monitor mounts. So these go on top of the camera to mount the monitors, and they don't sag, which is why I recommend to get these anti-Cine monitor mounts. So now let's go into what's over here. I'm gonna move it a little bit just so this top camera can get it. All right, so what's in this bag here? I have 2 Tiffin variable ND filters. I have a 72mm and an 82. Again, you never know when you might need them. So the 72 I had for such a long time, the 82 as well. I sold every other one because I knew they had stepper rings. So now these are the 2 that I normally go for. The 72 I always have because I know the 18 to 35 I'm gonna use. The 82s for the 50 to 100. The next thing that I have is this right here, which is the DJI base plate. So, I mean, I'm sure if you guys all have the Ronin M, the Ronin MX, or just the Ronin 1 in general, it's always good to have this in your bag if you know you're always gonna bring the bag, because there's been many times where I will forget this and I wasn't able to use the Ronin M or MX, whatever I was using at the time. So now I make sure I have this in my bag. The good thing is I always have the Crane 2 in my car. So if for some reason the gimbal malfunctions or whatnot, I have a backup gimbal because, you know, I'm guessing I need it for that shoot. So yeah, it's always good to have this. And then I also have this base plate here. This one goes for my tripods. Again, sometimes I forget the base plate on the Canon EOS R, so I make sure I have this because that's the tripod that I use. So, I mean, that's pretty much for this pocket right here. I have the Sony D-Tab battery, which we all know, if you guys watched my previous video again, it's for the Evo 1 and the monitor, so I can use the V-mount and basically have the monitor running the whole day without worrying about the battery dying. So I have this in that pocket, and I have 2 HDMIs, very slim, you can bend them. They don't get messed up, so I definitely recommend these. I've got these at Best Buy. The brand is called Rocketfish, and these are the 4-footers. These are not that long, and it's, you know, you can definitely put on the Ronin M or any gimbal and it's not gonna stress it because they're so thin and bendable. And yeah, it might be heavy carrying all this, but that's why I love that it has the wheels and the handle. You're able to just go everywhere and just not carry it, just roll it around. All right, now that we're done with the inside, let me go ahead and close it up. And now the next thing that's in my bag, this is actually, it's on the side, so I guess you could put a water, I don't know, but I use it to put this light, and I just got it, by the way. I won it. It's this Nanlite Pavo tube. So what's dope is because I won it, and it was their 20th anniversary, they engraved my logo. I don't know if the top camera can get it, but my logo is engraved on this Pavo tube. So that is dope, and it's just limited edition. So I will always keep this. This is definitely special to me. And yeah, I'll be making a video on this very soon, by the way. It's kind of new, so be on the lookout for this. All right, and this goes on the side. Now the next thing is this zipper up here, which I have all my batteries. I'm not gonna take them all out, but it's like 4 S1H batteries. The other thing I wanna show you guys that I think is pretty dope, by the way. So this is attached to the bag. It's a lock. So I'll put these 2 zippers together on the main compartment so no one can open the bag. And I'll tie it and I'll wrap it around something, so I feel more safe when I'm out there shooting in a wedding, because the last thing I want to worry about is my gear. Is anyone gonna come up on it? This is pretty cool. It's, you know, keeps you safe. And the other thing about this side is it has a side handle, so if you want to carry it like a suitcase, I mean, you can. So as you guys are seeing, this bag does a lot. It carries a lot. It also has this right here, which is pretty dope. I have my business cards up here. It has a little pocket for that, so you ever lose it and someone wants to be nice enough and give it back, you got your information there. But yeah, I have my business cards. You never know. There's been plenty of times where I'm talking with somebody or a client of their friend or whatever. They'll come up to me and ask me, do you have a business card or anything like that? I love the way you work. And right away, just grab it, give it to them, and that's it. I don't have to look into my wallet or anything. It's just on my bag, and you know, so that makes it easier for me. So this video was pretty long, I know, but I was getting a lot of DMs from a lot of you guys asking, like, you know, you got about to get the S1H, what should I get for it? Or what lens do you have and whatnot? So I feel like this was an easy way for me to break it down. I know it was kind of long. Hopefully you guys stayed throughout this whole video. If you guys did, drop a comment below. Definitely want to see who stayed around. I appreciate all you guys. Again, everything will be linked in the description below for everything that I talked about. This bag, it's not that big if you think about it. I mean, you know, if you look at it, it's pretty slim. It has wheels. The wheels are like the biggest, I guess, selling point for me, just because I could roll it around everywhere. While my homies are next to me with big ass backpacks, like hunching and trying to get to the location, I'm just chilling, just rolling with the bag. So this thing is pretty dope to have. And that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys liked this video. If you guys did, drop it a like. Again, comment if you stayed this long. I highly appreciate you guys. And also subscribe to the channel. I'll definitely appreciate it. Yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next one, guys. Peace out.